Someone started selling potato t-shirts. Someone else started selling unofficial potato t-shirts. The two vendors started arguing. At 11:58 p.m., I was sitting in my car outside a gas station refreshing delivery apps. Uber was dead. Food delivery was dead. Even the app that pays people to photograph potholes was dead. I had spent 3 hours earning $4.12. One of those dollars was found in a parking lot. At this point, I was basically freelancing for the economy. So I started scrolling through random gig apps. Dog walking, furniture moving, mystery shopper, professional line sitter. Somebody was offering $8 to pretend to be their cousin at a barbecue. Tempting. Then I found a listing. Need potato sitter, $20,000. I stared at it. Then scrolled past. Then scrolled back up. Then past again. Then back up. The listing was still there. The job description was surprisingly short. Must watch potato. Do not leave potato unattended. 24 hours. $20,000. That was it. No explanation. No photos. Nothing. I clicked accept. 30 minutes later, I was driving through giant mansion gates. Of course. Every terrible decision in my life starts at a giant mansion. A man in a black suit opened the front door. Without saying a word, he handed me a small wooden box. Inside sat a potato. Just a potato. Normal potato. No face. No eyes. No tiny hat. Potato. I looked inside the box. Then at the man. Then back at the potato. The potato somehow looked expensive. The man handed me a folder. Inside was one page. Important rules. Do not leave the potato alone. Do not let the potato get wet. Do not let the potato watch television. If the potato becomes stressed, play jazz. Do not discuss taxes near the potato. I looked up. The man was already walking away. At 1 a.m., I was sitting in my apartment staring at a potato. The potato was sitting on my coffee table. I was sitting on my couch. Nothing was happening. For 2 hours. Absolutely nothing. I checked if the potato was breathing. It was not. Good. That would have complicated things. At 3:14 a.m., I went to the bathroom. When I came back, the potato was facing the other direction. I stopped walking. The potato had definitely moved. I knew exactly where I left it. The potato was now facing the wall. I slowly walked around the table. The potato did not move. I waited. Nothing. I poked it. Still nothing. I sat back down. Then my fish started staring at the potato. The potato was still staring at the wall. Neither moved. The apartment suddenly felt like a hostage situation. At 4 a.m., somebody knocked on my door. It was my landlord. He walked inside, then saw the potato. The color drained from his face.
Oh. Oh no.
He immediately left. I ran after him. What does that mean? The landlord was already halfway down the stairs.
I don't get paid enough for potato stuff.
Then he disappeared. That answer somehow made everything worse. At 6 a.m., I opened social media. The first thing I saw was potato spotted. Then potato returns. Then live potato tracker. I stared at my phone. The potato had a fan page. The potato had 200,000 followers. The potato had merchandise. I had 34 followers. Most of them were bots. At 8 a.m., people started gathering outside my apartment. Nobody looked at me. Everybody looked at the potato. One guy pressed his face against my window. The potato did nothing. The guy started crying. At 10 a.m., a news helicopter appeared. A news helicopter. For a potato. The helicopter followed my apartment for 3 hours. The potato remained unemployed and motionless. At noon, 3 black SUVs pulled into the parking lot. Men in suits jumped out. One knocked on my door.
Sir,
Yeah?
is the potato safe?
I looked over. The potato was exactly where I left it. Yeah. The men visibly relaxed. The entire group started applauding. One of them stepped forward.
May we see it?
I moved aside. All 3 men entered. Then they formed a circle around the potato. Nobody spoke for nearly a minute. Then one of them whispered.
Magnificent.
The potato continued being a potato. At 2 p.m., things got worse. A crowd formed outside. Someone started selling potato t-shirts. Someone else started selling unofficial potato t-shirts. The 2 vendors started arguing. Police arrived. The police bought shirts from both vendors. At 4 p.m., my apartment complex completely shut down. Nobody could get through the parking lot. Thousands of people had arrived. For the potato. My landlord called me.
How long is that thing staying?
Another 8 hours. The landlord hung up immediately. At 6 p.m., my fish finally snapped. He swam directly at the glass and started aggressively staring at the potato. The potato sat there. The fish got angrier. The potato remained unemployed. The fish eventually gave up. At 8 p.m., I got another knock. The suited man from the mansion. He looked exhausted.
Time.
I handed him the box. He carefully inspected the potato, then froze. Long silence. Very long silence. He looked up.
Where's the other one?
I stared. What other one? The man's face went completely pale. He slowly looked inside the box again. Then back at me. Then back at the box.
Sir,
What?
this is not the potato.